The Detroit Pistons' meteoric rise from historically bad just a couple years ago to top of the East today feels too good to be true. But don't get it twisted, the first-place Pistons are for real. It seemed Detroit was due for some regression after the team's breakout season last year. After all, the Pistons were one of the healthiest teams in the league en route to a 44-win campaign, and this year's version of the club would have to find a way to replace the nearly 500 three-pointers made by the since-departed Malik Beasley and Tim Hardaway Jr. Well, a month into the season, the Pistons have lost the 8th most manned games due to injury, and they're predictably seeing a lesser share of their shots come from deep. But it hasn't slowed them down at all. The biggest reason why is an elite defense anchored by most improved player candidate Jalen Duren, youngsters Ausar Thompson and Ron Holland, and reserve big man Isaiah Stewart. The activity and ball pressure of guys like Thompson, Holland, and Javonte Green, combined with the rim protection of Duren and Stewart, has ensured that Detroit always has multiple defensive playmakers on the court. Credit Cade Cunningham, too. The former #1 pick has seen his efficiency suffer at times with less talent and spacing around him, but it hasn't sunk him or the Pistons like it used to. A big component of that has been Cunningham's decreased turnover rate, with the big guard turning the ball over less than ever despite a sky-high usage rate on a short-handed team. Duncan Robinson has been a welcome addition to the rotation for both Cunningham and the team, with the veteran shooter doing his part to make up for the losses of Beasley and Hardaway. Then there's Dennis Jenkins.
Who the fuck is that guy?
An undrafted guard on a two-way contract who's averaging roughly 12 points, 5 assists, and 2 steals off the bench while shooting 53% inside the arc and 47% from deep. No matter who head coach JB Bickerstaff has had at his disposal, it's all been coming together for him. The Pistons could use more shooting, but that could be coming in the form of speedy shooting guard Jaden Ivey, who recently returned after missing most of 2025 due to a broken leg and then a knee setback. An infusion of offensive talent could also be coming via trade. With Detroit having enough young talent and draft capital, the Pistons own all their first-round picks to get in the mix for a player like, say, Lauri Markkanen.
You have my curiosity, but now you have my attention.
The Pistons don't have to fast-track things. They're already a very good young team with plenty more upside where this all came from. But they're closer to contending today than you realize, especially in an Eastern Conference that is wide open at the top. Taking a shot with a bold move wouldn't be reckless or wishful thinking if done right. Since the NBA expanded to 30 teams in 2004, 14 teams have won at least 15 of their first 17 games. Those squads averaged 62 wins at the end of the season, with half of them reaching the finals. You don't get off to this kind of start by fluke. The Pistons are for real, and there's still room to grow this season. What a great story for a legacy franchise that was completely and rightfully buried just 2 short years ago. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video and want to see more content like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button.